So we learned that Imba supports these shorthands for common CSS property names. Imba also supports some custom property names that aren't part of CSS. And these are super convenient. I'll show you a few of my favorites, but you can also find all of them on Imba.io. If you use the VS Code tooling for Imba, there's autocomplete with documentation for all of these. So one that you can do is size. I'll set size 200 pixels. And what this does is it actually sets the width and the height property, but you can just say size 200 pixels to make something into a square. I end up using this all the time. Another one is px. So if I say px 40 pixels, that's setting padding left and padding right. So it's padding in the x direction. You can also do py for padding in the y direction. And the same thing works with margin. So margin in the x direction would look like that. RDT is a shorthand for radius top. So it's going to set just the top left and top right border radius and not the bottom. And of course there's RDB, does the opposite, and there's left and right as well. Now some of the coolest ones are the shorthands for transform properties. So in CSS, when you want to rotate something, you don't type rotate, you type transform, and then you put the rotate function in there, and then you could say something like 20 degrees. The syntax is a little bit weird. It doesn't feel quite like regular CSS. Imba gives us custom properties for rotate, scale, and other transforms. So now you can just write it this way. And you could write scale 0.5. I end up using these transform properties a lot more because they're so easy to access. X and Y work this way as well. It's super convenient. It's kind of like the way you wish CSS worked. Anyways, that's just scratching the surface of what some of these custom properties can do. But I'm going to delete these because we don't need them at this stage in our project. But these are super useful, so I just wanted to mention them.